Okay. Okay.
Hey,
All right.
Geraldo, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, here, turn. Here. Okay, Sean. I know that was very unpleasant, but it shows you the extent of the emotions.
Well, it's a
here.
very emotional thing because
Yes.
people have been out here all day long. They've been demonstrating very peacefully. And, you know, I think that what people see are camera lights, and when you see that, it incites people. But these people have been out here all day long just demonstrating very peacefully. And they're demonstrating because they care about their neighborhoods and they care about their communities. And what they've been saying all day long is that we need economic development in our communities. We need economic opportunities. This community is not monolithic. Crime is not the only issue, but we need police to respect our neighborhoods. And when you know that this is not just happening in Baltimore, this has happened all across the country. Black lives matter, and black men have died as a result of being in custody with police. And
what about the personal responsibility as demonstrated by that brave mother who took her 16-year-old and made sure he went home?
I stood on the corner of Mondawmin and asked parents to come out and get their children, and parents did that. You know, and we're grateful for parents doing that. But what we want America to know is that we have a race problem, and that discussion needs to be had at a higher level because there are too many black men incarcerated. You know, when we look at the economic wealth in our communities, it's not spread, you know, evenly across the board. I mean, it's an issue.
But what about the curfew and the fact that it is a crime to be on the street after 10 o'clock?
Well, let me just say this. You know, if we allow people to just move quietly to their neighborhoods,
you think they will?
They'll do that.
I hope so.
But as long as these camera lights are on, people are going to be standing here because you're shining the lights on our community. These people have had a wonderful, quiet demonstration today because they realize that their pharmacy has been destroyed.
Right.
Their mall has been destroyed. And when people are frustrated...
Will it be rebuilt?
It will be rebuilt.
Okay.
But, you know, people are frustrated,
I get it.
and I understand their frustration.
Okay.
And so we care about our community and we care about our people. And so I'm asking you all, the media, I'm asking you all, turn the lights off.
Most of these people are
turn
not
the cameras
media
off. Give them an opportunity to go home.
Okay.
Please.
All right, Sean, that's the
Geraldo, could I have a question
situation here.
I don't know, can you hear me, Geraldo? Yeah, I would take a little issue.
Yes, we got you, Sean.
I will take a little issue with what the senator is saying here. Cameras don't incite people.
Please do.
Cameras don't throw rocks. Cameras didn't riot. Cameras didn't loot, and cameras didn't burn, Geraldo. And that happened last night in her city.
I got it, Sean. Let me convey that to the majority leader of the Maryland State Senate. This is Senator Pugh. You know, the blaming of the cameras is kind of a cop-out, isn't it?
It's not
Senator?
blaming.
Like the cameras didn't throw the rocks or loot the stores.
No, they did not. But what we're saying is that we need our neighborhood to quiet down.
Well, now it seems to be calmer.
Yeah,
now
and people
couple
willing,
of troublemakers.
Exactly. Well, you know, here's how I look at my people in my community. I understand the frustration. You know, I look at the boarded up buildings like they do. You know, when people walk out of their houses and they see boarded up buildings, they don't feel good about their community or their neighborhoods. But people have lived in this neighborhood. They have invested in these communities, and
but
people
will
are
they
saying,
invest now?
And
that
they,
the CVS
and they will,
these other
and they
buildings
will,
have been
and they will. You know, all they're trying to say is that we care, and we want other people to care like we care about our neighborhoods and our communities. And we need fairness. You know, we need
got you.
justice.
Yes, Sean.
I want to call her out
I got
on
you,
this.
Sean.
When she says she understands people's frustration and she's talking about economic development here, that sounds to me like she's rationalizing what happened in her city. The magnitude of what happened.
Right, let me
people's
put that to the
businesses were
senator.
destroyed last night, Geraldo. Cops were assaulted yesterday.
The fear or the sentiment that Sean Hannity, the host, has is that by stressing the economic injustice, you give the people who perpetrated the violence against very modest shopkeepers a free pass.
First of all, there were a very small amount of people who participated in that negative activity last night. And I think
it was a lot. Yeah,
no,
over
it wasn't
235 arrests.
Yeah, but we have over 700,000 people who live in this city. And while we do not condone violence in any way in the city. You know, I stood on the corners all day yesterday and asked parents, and just like you said, you saw parents come out and grab their children and take them home.
Right.
We did that all day yesterday, and they did that. But there are people who are frustrated. There are people out here who don't have jobs.
What's with the